Hey, so if you're watching this, you're probably a parentified daughter. If you don't know what a parentified daughter is, then a parentified daughter is somebody who had to be the parent. Now, I've heard a lot of discourse on the internet about what a parentified child is, what happens to them, all the neglect that they face, everything, and we're aware of that, right? We know that these are the cards that we have been dealt with, but what next? What happens next? What do we do with these cards that has been given to us? What's next? First of all, I think it's important to sympathize with yourself that you're a parentified child, because it's not easy. It's not easy not knowing how to care for yourself and inventing it out of thin air. It's not easy not having somebody to show you the ropes of how to be loved and how to be cared for. You had to invent that for yourself. You had to invent that from scratch, basically. And you had to be your own parent, you had to be your own sibling, you probably had to be like everything to yourself. There's a possibility that you deal with drug addiction. There's a possibility that you face a lot of failed relationships because you don't know what it is. You don't know what that one particular thing is that's like stopping you from being able to just do it. You probably give your all in relationships you love tremendously. You might have PPD, as do I, from the neglect that I faced in my childhood. But here's what comes next, okay? And hear me out. Hear me out, because I know you're probably thinking, why me, and why does this burden lie on my shoulders, and why do I have to be the one who has to do this? Because I've had to do so much. I've already had to be my own parent. I've already had to cater to my inner child in so many ways. Then why me? There's a reason why you. Why was it that your great-grandmother or your grandmother or your mother were never able to break the generational curse? Why was it that at the end of the day, it was you who was supposed to do it? Why was it you? Because you have the knowledge, and you have the strength, and you have the power. And you could resent this role. I swear that I have. And I do still to this day resent the role that I have been given. Because why did none of the other adults ever take the responsibility? And the truth is, because I don't think my mom knows what a parentified daughter is, or my grandmother, or my great-grandmother. If they know, they don't have the deep understanding, the knowledge that comes with it. They don't understand the full pain of it all. They are in pain, undeniably, but they don't know how badly I don't want to pass on the pain. So what do I do with this now? What do I do with the knowledge that I am parentified, that I am carrying this generational curse of just not being able to be loved, or to be neglected, or to have a mother wound, or just constantly be here in this pain, in this agony, in this survival mode, in this attempt to try to be better, or just okay, or something, anything, right? Only recently did I decide that I accept the role. Fine that it is me that has the knowledge, because I would not want to cause the same pain to my own daughter. And maybe you don't want to have children. So maybe you'll think, well, I don't want to have children, so I don't have to cure myself of this. But what's the harm in trying? So Only recently did I realize that there is generational curse. I sat my mother down and I asked for her help. I asked her about my great grandmother, my grandmother, my mom, and then I told her about my own life. We all have absent fathers. Mine passed away when I was 1 year old, so I never knew what a father was. My mother's own father was abusive towards her mom, so they always kept a distance from him. My grandmother's father, we don't know where he was, and my great grandmother did not have any like male figures in her life either. So they were all very masculine women, just like trying to survive, one after the other. And they all ended up creating parentified daughters. So my mom is also a parentified daughter. My grandmother is also a parentified daughter. And then my great grandmother, I don't know much about her, but from the way that she has been described, and you know how she was the only one going from here to there and doing everything, seems like she was the parentified daughter as well. So what happened in my generational line was that nobody obviously took the responsibility to mend the mother wound, right? And the mother wound is deep. It is only when you grow as old as your mother, you start to think, oh Lord, what would I have done if I were in that position? And sometimes your mother has fucked up so much that you would think that I would not in any case, in any scenario, be as horrible as this person has been. But what we seem to forget is that it is everybody's first time being alive. And some of us are gonna go away without much knowledge of what goes on inside and what our soul speaks or any of those things, and they'll just live half a life, which will be full for them. But you would look at them and you'll pity them and you'll think, that's not the life that I want to live. So what do? Basically, you sit with it, you ask it questions, and you break the cycle. I imagined every moment from my childhood in which I felt neglect from my mother. I imagined myself as the child. I can still picture those particular moments. For example, there was this one moment when I was sitting on my mother's tummy and I was crying. I was crying for no reason at all. I was just crying on her tummy, and she started laughing. And she started laughing because she did not understand how to take care of a sensitive child, or she didn't understand why I was crying. So she didn't do anything. She didn't yell at me or anything, but she just started laughing. And that made me cry even more. So I imagined myself sitting on my mother's tummy crying. And then my adult self, me right now, I went back in time and I picked the girl up. I took her in my arms. I laid down with her. I asked her what's wrong. She didn't know. I still don't know why I was crying. So I told her it's okay. You can cry. You can cry as much as you want to. That's all I needed. That is all my child self needed. And I have not thought about that moment ever since. It's like I cured myself of it. It's like I rid myself of it and the agonizing pain that came with it. And I realized that I don't have to change my mother because I've grown so much without a mother that I no longer need a mother. I need a friend. Can she be the best friend? No, I don't think so. Can she be a good friend? Yeah. Sometimes. Even your best friends or the good friends aren't the best all the time, or aren't the goodest good all the time. So I give her the benefit of the doubt. I see her now not as my mother, but as just a human being. And then I thought to myself, I wanna fix my family. That was in vain, by the way, because I realized that I cannot fix them. Everybody has a journey. Everybody has actions and consequences to actions. Everybody will do things, and then they will have those consequences, and I cannot save them from that. So my trying to fix them is my attempt of trying to be the savior somehow. That's me continuing to parent them. I don't need to parent them. I need to step back, and the only person that I need to parent is myself, so that whoever comes next, whoever, maybe they won't, I don't know, but whoever is going to come next does not have to go through the same things that I did, because I will cure myself of all those things. And my mother is just a human being now. She's no longer my mother, and that's okay, even though it hurts like a bitch. It fucking hurts like a bitch, because I want a mother. Why wouldn't I want a mother? I definitely wanted a mother. My whole life I wanted a mother. But this is just it, And I could sit here and I could think about all the yearning that I have in my heart, or I could just break the fucking cycle, because I'm so tired, and I'm sure that you are too. And so the only person that you need to parent now is you and the younger you. Be exactly who you were the whole time. If you were an emotional kid, go back, be emotional. Be so emotional that you're a fucking wreck. You don't get out of the bed if you don't want to. You don't do anything if you don't want to. Take that break. Do it. Hide. Scream. Shout. Cry. Laugh. Because I swear, once you've cried all your tears and there's nothing left inside of you, you'll open up your eyes and maybe your cat will do something silly and you will laugh so hard your tummy will hurt. Do not deprive yourself of happiness. Do not deprive yourself of joy, because you have to keep being sad because you never had a mother, and because you never had a childhood, or because you never had this and you never had that. Yeah, you're an adult. What are you gonna do about that now? And I know that sounds a little harsh, because your child self is still, it's in agony. It's still, a soft little baby who doesn't know what the fuck to do. So this is what you do. You as an adult now, clock it, lock in, okay? You as an adult now, cater to your child self. Do anything and everything that you need to do to cater to that child, and that child alone. Be as selfish as humanly possible. And one day, I swear to you, I swear, I can swear on anything. One day, you will laugh your full laugh. And you'll think, fuck, yes. That's all I have to say. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye.